you made the joke not funny.
Good. Let's start this podcast then.
All right. Okay, shut up, both of you. All right. Check and make sure my thing is going because it's recording, but we're gonna just keep this in for a second. Make if you don't get, yo. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. No. Hold on. Come here, voice leader.
Fix yourself, boo.
Shut the fuck. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ultra Prism Podcast. We have a brand new podcast with a bunch of friends, and we're doing a variety show. It doesn't really matter what we do here. It's all about having fun, leaving our stress at the door, and just having a good time. My name is Karlton, and I am an artist, and I am also the editor for the podcast. Hello, everybody. We have three other people with me today. We're going to go around the table, and we're just going to introduce ourselves. Let's start with my left, George. Go ahead.
Well, like Karlton said, I'm George. I take pictures, and I don't have any other hobbies. I wallow in my own sorrows a lot, so that's always fun.
Oh, we didn't need to hear that.
Oh, well.
That's unfortunate. Next one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm Winston. I'm kind of like the resident tech person. Like, my main kind of interest is learning about technology and kind of everything about it, industry, all the news and stuff. That's me.
And my name is Gawain. I try to be a jack of all trades guy, but that's failing in life right now. But I'm becoming an inspired voice actor and possibly an artist. Depends if I could pick up on it.
Okay, if you're a voice actor, let's practice with some voices. Let's do a small child, a little boy. Let's hear it.
Actually, that's a misconception. Most voice actors don't really focus on impersonations. If you're not comfortable with your own voice first, impersonations are pretty shitty anyways.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. How do you feel about that?
But still do it is what I'm saying.
No, don't listen to
Or you're fired.
Fired? You're not my
You have no.
You don't know if I'm your agent or not.
Oh, I do know. I ain't signed no contract yet.
Oh, you remember that one time I asked you to sign that receipt? Well, guess what, buddy? You're going to Hollywood.
Oh my god.
Welcome everybody to Ultra Prism. We have a nice crazy cast, but I think it's going to be a pretty good time. It's our first inaugural podcast, but we're going to just kind of work through it. So, with that being said, everybody, how's your day? How's your week?
I think I had a good week.
Okay, elaborate on that.
I fumbled the bag twice at work. We were supposed to do a raffle for the kids, and instead of doing it the right way, I did it the wrong way. And you're like, obviously, because you said you fumbled the bag, but what does that mean? When they were raffling, it was supposed to be, okay, so somebody who does something good, they get one, and the person they say something good, they get one too, like tickets. And so instead of doing it like an actual raffle, I just gave away the prizes. And my boss was like, "What's wrong with you?"
That's kind of funny, actually.
I'm just handing out gifts.
Yeah. All the other kids who didn't get one were like, "Man," and I was like, "Well."
I mean, you were giving away free stuff. Of course they were.
Well, I'm not picking you for my 7-on-7 roster.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I have one for you all. Sonic, the Sonic movie. They released another trailer, and guess what? Surprise, surprise! I've been thinking about this for a while. They are shutting down the studio that did that. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah, it was specifically the one in Vancouver, I think it was.
I think so too. Yeah. We can fact check that, but we're not going to. But
I mean, they do that all the time in the studios. They're like, let's make something really cool and then never make it again.
who was that?
Actually, let's fire everyone that did make it.
Who was that? Who was that studio that did? It was Telltale Games. Telltale Games did that too. I think in a similar vein, and they laid off. I think I want to say like 80% of their thing.
Including like the CEO.
I don't want to say they did that, but they definitely did like almost over.
No, like, but a lot of high-ranking people, but also their games were underperforming, so that was why.
Yeah, they were, but like they also like what I'm saying, like they let people. I think the story was people literally walked into the studio, and then they were like, just one day, hey, guess what? We don't have the funding for anything anymore. Everybody here's fired, and they did that on the spot, and people just lost their jobs like overnight.
That's what happens in movies, and then like a ragtag group of nerds like helps the whole studio get back together.
Yeah, but
that's and then they get fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
We fixed the establishment, and the establishment fucked us. It's pretty bad. But, you know, I kind of want to see the movie anyway because I think it might be kind of fun. It looks a lot better than it did, and I personally didn't have a problem with the original concept design. I personally didn't care because I was like, it's going to show up no matter if we like it or not. I didn't like the original. If anybody remember the poster for it, the poster where he was like crouching down, it looked like he was in pain, kind of, and it was like a silhouette of blue. Does anybody remember that?
I thought he was tying his shoe.
No, he wasn't tying his shoe. He was literally like hunched over, like on the ground, like he was doing a superhero landing. It was just nasty looking. Like I didn't like.
No, I don't think that was superhero. I think it's like just getting that running start.
Look, yeah, it was. I think it was like the track stance.
Can I just say that? Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, I didn't like. I'm gonna tell you what freaked me out the first time I saw that. Definitely the first time I saw it was he had like humanoid shoulders, and like he had definition on his muscle. And it creeped me out, and I was like, "That's Sonic. Sonic doesn't have definition on his muscle. Sonic's like a little."
He can. And he did.
I mean, if you count the one of the black sheep of Sonic games, Sonic was Unleashed with the werewolf.
Yeah, but we're talking about regular
muscle man.
No, but he was like a furry stick figure, and I wanted that in real life.
Yeah, but then when the nighttime came by, he went from stick figure to.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. So furry stick figure should have transferred to real life.
I think but that because it's stylistically Sonic has been. Let's just face it. Sonic has been going off his same design for the past 30 years or whatever, however long he's been around.
And we're tired of that.
Yes.
Let Sonic have a big belly. Let him shoot his gun. It's America. He should be able to do all these
Sonic
things.
is Japanese. What are you talking about?
You don't know that.
I'm sorry. That would fit more of Knuckles' agenda than Sonic.
No, but that's like if you gave Mario
is a conservative.
No, I mean
a right-wing conservative.
No, I mean having the belly and the gun.
Oh.
I mean, technically that'd be Shadow, but
yeah.
But Shadow doesn't have a beer belly.
Also, his feet are rocket shoes, and I think that's really uncomfortable because who sleeps with shoes on? Him, apparently, and it has to be the worst.
I'd just be afraid to be on the toilet and the shoes activate, and then I have to deal with.
And that's what I call explosive diarrhea.
Oh my gosh!
I'll give you a clap for that one.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, hear me out real quick. Okay. I have a quick question.
Okay.
I just think that I want to get it out. I asked it to some people at work, and I think it's really funny. Okay, picture this scenario: you're working outside, and there's a man. He's got a hat on, right? Mm-hmm. You're imagining him. He's bald. Mm-hmm.
How would I know if he was bald if he had a hat on?
Just pay attention.
Assume he's bald.
I am paying attention.
Assume he's bald.
You said he had a hat on. How is he bald?
He's bald.
Please, it's just like
okay,
let's
fine.
go
He's
with
a bald man with a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just pictured it. Anyway, so he's bald and he has a hat on, and just picture he's walking and he slips, like he just full on eats total shit and just slips, and he falls back. The hat flies off, and in this 1 second before he hits the ground, you see the back of his head, right? And it's red, it's like kind of bumpy. And he smacks onto the pavement. His head smacks onto the pavement, and all you hear is like that. And it's like it's fucking zit just pops out. How would you feel? How would you feel?
I thought you were gonna go with like a Humpty Dumpty type of thing.
His head cracks open.
Yeah, no, but it's like it's not super violent and gory. It's literally just eggs.
Oh my god!
What happened?
Yeah, but that like the actual story of like Humpty Dumpty is actually super depressing. It's about a man committing suicide.
Well, answer my question first before you go there.
I did.
Oh my god!
Like you two didn't answer my question.
Wait, what was the question?
The question: what would you do? How would you react if the man literally falls in the back of his head and there's a big zit on the back of his head? He hits the ground like that, and like his head contents like that. It's just like a bunch of
potatoes across the sideline.
Basically, how do you react to that?
I think I would laugh and just keep walking. Like I'd stop.
No, you have to. You're in that area.
Okay.
You're in that area. You can't leave it because you're working in that area.
Okay.
Do you help him?
I don't know. Maybe I throw like a towel at him.
I can't leave my post. I know that from working places. Like you can't just walk around whenever you feel like it. Like so what if somebody like fell and like their big zip pop? Like I have to still count the change in the drawer. So
all right.
But his head popped.
Great day, sir.
I mean, first off, he's like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That was my first reaction. When he said mashed potatoes, I'm not laughing my ass off.
Yeah, because it probably does look like mashed potatoes.
But if it was actually mashed potatoes, I would be like so many questions. Like, how did you possibly get it up there?
Okay. Here's question. Okay, here's the next part.
Through like a tube of like
the Matrix. There's just tubes, baby.
You're the one, Neo, and he's like slips this mashed potatoes.
All right,
there's probably a dog that walks up and starts looking at it.
Well, here's the next part of the hypothetical.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
All right, hold on, and then he gets up. He's trying to get up anyway, and he slips in his own mashed potatoes. He's trying to get up. every time he tries, he slips. Like it's like, and I'm talking about hard, like eat shit type fall. So it's like that, and he falls. I'm sorry.
Can I add something else?
No, this is my hypothetical.
Scenario?
This is my hypothetical.
Every time he falls, can it be another zit full of mashed potatoes?
No, yeah, okay, fine.
Ew.
Fine. Okay, and next part. As he keeps falling, more mashed potatoes keep spewing out of his head, right? Yeah. And then, all of a sudden, dogs and seagulls just like swoop down and they start fucking trying to eat him. Mm-hmm. They try to eat him and the mashed potatoes on the ground. Uh-huh. And like, it's just like a full-on free-for-all at this point. It's like Super Smash Brothers. Like, all the creatures are attacking him. It's like a free-for-all. And like, they're trying to eat his head and shit. And like, the more they eat, the more mashed potatoes come out. So like, the man's literally mashed potato man. And how do you respond to that? What do you do? Can you help him?
You know how they didn't know the first person in like My Hero Academia to have like a quirk?
Yeah.
He was the first. He was the first person, and this quirk was probably fucking mashed potato generation, and that's how he also dies.
Dang.
But till that day, since he had a son, his son could manipulate gravy and so on and so forth.
Nah, I was just leaving him alone at that point. It's like he must have been torturing the Zelda chickens in the past life or something.
Nah, man, I would have just been like God's plan. Just kind of let the potatoes go where they want, man.
You would think that the man that slipped and fell with a giant zit on the back of his head that bursted was divine intervention.
Yes.
Okay.
It was God's creatures finally being fed by the head of the potato man.
He slighted somebody. he slighted somebody, and that just like.
Wait, so can we call him Mr. Potato Head, or is that like too?
I think that somehow is racist.
Mr. Potato Head.
Somehow, somewhere down the line, that's like prejudice, racist, somehow sexist. I don't know.
Oh my god! I think the worst part about the whole thing, because I asked that at work, and like everybody would laugh, and I was like, no one would have common decency to help this this potato-headed man, to save him. Like,
is he conscious during this time? Are we assuming he died on impact?
That's depressing.
No, but it'd be funny.
That's depressing. Like he dies, and like there's like mashed potatoes, and like there's birds and animals like ripping like his skin off.
Nah, man, I get my lunchbox and start scooping it in there. That'll be perfect for tomorrow.
That's gross.
What's cannibalism?
Yeah.
Look, a potato man is not a human. What do you say?
No, it's a human with potato powers.
I knew it was gonna be racist. I knew it. That's racist.
Okay, well here's another one that I'm piggyback off of because I just thought about it. Did you remember those Mr. Potato Head commercials where he was like where they would like eat each other? You know what I'm talking about?
Like potato chips?
Yes, those. Can I just say that made me hella uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Those videos were like Mr. Potato Head.
No, it was his wife, and she would just like be hiding eating chips, and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "They taste so good." He was like, "Those are our children."
It was the same thing with the Pop-Tarts, man. The way they would like trick each other into getting caught so the other Pop-Tart would get eaten.
French
Cinnamon
Toast Crunch.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. Yeah.
My god,
they were piranhas, man. They were just
they would literally just eat each other out of spite.
Right.
Like when they would be like, "You know what, Jim? Fuck you," and then the other one would just eat them.
It's really bad.
Super aggressive commercials, man.
He thought Raving Rabbit was bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are disgusting.
Yeah.
I hate those.
I never played those games. I wanted to though.
Never. You shouldn't. I'm glad you didn't.
Only played the Rayman one.
Rayman?
Rayman Raving Rabbits.
Yeah.
For the Wii. It was alright.
Yeah.
Didn't the character change? I'm thinking about a different character.
The Rabbids became their own thing, and they made their own video game series. And they
might be like the Minions. Ugh.
They basically,
if anything, the Minions should remind you of them because
they came first.
Yeah. and they did it better. I feel.
They kind of did. They were like really successful with it, even though they came back into prominence a couple of years ago with that one game. It was a Mario
game.
It was like it was a full real time strategy game, right?
Yeah, and people
like
still
it was XCOM basically, but not exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. We have some stuff to talk about. We have been talking about it for a while, and I think it's best that we start our podcast off by talking about. Let's talk about fast food, everybody. First of all, what do you think is the best fast food place, hands down to you? And explain your case. I really want to hear this. I'll start off with Winston. I want to hear what he has to say. What is your favorite fast food place?
I think my favorite fast food place, I gotta say, is probably ChickfilA. They are good at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They serve grilled and fried chicken. Their milkshakes are top tier. Their lemonade is top tier. Their waffle fries are top tier. They have great service. The lines are usually short. And the prices aren't too bad. And it's kind of hard to beat all of those things in one restaurant.
I have one question for one thing and one thing to oppose. One, how are the milkshakes actually? Say top
Oh
tier,
no,
how do they taste?
they're great. They're my favorite.
I haven't had one yet, but I can tell you that I still have not had one.
Neither have I.
Okay, I'll say based off because I'll vouch for Winston when I say that I go to places to get milkshakes rarely because I feel first of all I can make a milkshake at home. One of the only places that I'll ever get a milkshake from is Chick-fil-A. As far as like a widespread fast food chain, their stuff is just above and beyond. I've tried Burger King milkshakes. They're like white paste.
That's your fault. Why would you go to Burger King for anything?
I like the burgers.
Okay, they sell things. I mean,
Name 3 things they sell. That's not the Whopper.
The Impossible Whopper.
I said that's not a Whopper.
that's not a regular Whopper.
The tender
I said
crisp,
Whopper.
the tender crisp, the nuggies, and
The what?
I love chicken nuggets. I love them.
You're a grown man.
I
Do not call chicken nuggets nuggies.
No, I
Okay?
tell you what, a blast from the past. Them shaking fries they used to have at Burger King.
Yeah, but why'd they discontinue those?
Huh?
Why'd they discontinue those?
Because Martha died, Wayne. That's why they discontinued.
They didn't sell.
Somebody went into cardiac arrest and they're dead now because of those fries.
No, they didn't.
I'm having
It was
those
Cheeto
little
fries.
fucking kid. I
Oh,
love
somebody
them.
really did die?
Probably, man.
Oh no.
Those are
Rest in
gross. Like
peace.
those
Rest
are
in
terrible.
power.
What?
No, that was my one question. One thing that I would pose is, no, them Chick-fil-A lines be long.
He's not wrong. Definitely the drive-through. I'll give it this. They will come out. They'll come out and they'll be like, "It's
order.
long." They'll take your order and they'll have it ready for when you pick for.
I feel like they just started doing that. I also don't go there enough because I have some problematic things to say about Chick-fil-A.
No, there are some issues with Chick-fil-A that are glaring, but as far as food, we're talking about food. Let's talk about food only.
Food only, I feel like there's restaurants that like can be a little better. I feel like it's a little too salty.
What's your favorite
A
restaurant?
little too. What's your
favorite restaurant?
It's Chick-fil-A is
What's your favorite restaurant?
There was this one when I was out in Alabama with my girlfriend that literally had 45 different things on the menu, and we got our food in maybe 5 minutes. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. I'll ask her.
Why don't we just talk
But
about
that place was great. They served milkshakes. They served soft serve. They served chicken tenders that all could have went with your meal for under $10.
Okay, well, what about a fast food chain that we can actually recognize? How about that?
Recognizably, I feel like Wendys.
Okay,
Wendys
go ahead.
does the job okay, but when they introduced the 4 for $4, they got so much love, and I think they need it. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay, well, anything else about their food then?
No.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, it's real beef, never frozen.
Well, you never know.
I think their fries are kind of average, and their burgers
No,
taste.
they're below average. The
No,
fries.
they're not that great. They're not.
When people say they like Wendy's fries, I know that they have to be a very patient person because they're lying.
No, I need to know Wendy's fries. I have to add salt to it.
Yeah, well, I think they moved
have
to
sea
sea
salt.
salt, which is supposed to be healthier, but of course it's not going to be as strong as the iodized salt.
is
that we
that?
all
That's
love.
not.
Salt
They
is
just don't
salt.
put. They just don't put enough
Yeah.
salt on it. Sea salt and regular salt, I feel, it seems as if it's very similar. one just comes more holistically.
One of them is marinated. Sea salt's marinated salt from the sea.
Sure. It's marinated in some water.
You're right. Thanks, George.
You cracked the code. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Give him a cookie.
I'm gonna get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Pink Himalayan salt is just some pink person that they grind it up and put it in the salt. And they marinated
Like
it
the
with
mashed potato man.
No, but I will say the burgers also, man, they just seem like they just kind of microwave them before they sell them to you, and they're square. I don't know, it just doesn't. It's not good presentation.
Let me just.
And I don't like the burgers.
Let me just say this. I don't want to shit on your opinion on that.
You should.
But there's one thing that I feel like that it does, like, out of every restaurant that I go to, well, fast food restaurant, it has to be the presentation. The presentation. Have you ever? When is the last time you got a Wendy's burger or Wendy's chicken, like a sandwich or anything from Wendy's, and it looked like shit? That's really rare. Most Wendy's that I go to nowadays, they have like picture perfect burgers.
Yep.
And for the price, they're pretty good. I'll say that. Now I'll get a triple stack and die right after, and it'll be like the best thing ever.
Yeah, why is that an option?
Why can't you just eat food that doesn't kill you? I feel like we should just have food.
I'm just gonna eat the fried chicken instead of the double or triple beef.
Any food can kill you if you eat too much of it.
No, but we're saying
not
like
salad.
digestively
Yes,
it
you
feels
can.
rough.
Some of those greens probably have pesticides
like,
or something in them, man.
You remember that one time in high school? So me, Gawain, and Karlton went to high school together.
Yeah.
But there was one time where me and Gawain were fighting over prices at a Wendys. And we like had the discussion. That's not why I bring up the story. I bring it up because while we were there, we all had the fries and we just talked about how they're like below average. Mm-hmm. Gawain had the bright idea to give it to a homeless person.
Oh god.
But also for them to fight to the death for it.
First of all,
I don't think it was a fries. I think it was just like canned foods in general.
No, it was fries.
it was whatever. No,
Fries.
it was whatever he didn't. The rest of the stuff that he didn't eat. I remember that. And he was like, I want to throw it over the overpass and watch homeless people fight over it. And you two went over it, and you said something. Go ahead. I think you probably recant it better than I can. But I remember being
dumb. Why the fuck would you say something like that?
I was just dumbfounded. I was like, I've never heard anybody say something so vile.
Yeah, it was really mean for no reason. Like, I want to watch homeless people fight. Like, not today because they're not gonna do it.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, Winston, but I do have to ask because you said ChickfilA, and there's something I forgot to ask. What is your favorite thing on the menu that you go to? I think you said 4 for $4, right?
Yeah, like honestly, what else could you go to Wendy's for? Oh, aside from the lemonade. Lemonade has to be the best thing on the menu.
I've never had the lemonade. Actually, no, I had their tea before. It was pretty good.
Lemonade, the tea, everything is good.
Okay, Winston. Favorite thing at Chick-fil-A?
Peach milkshakes. It sometimes is like a seasonal thing
like
in Georgia.
Thing.
Yeah,
Sounds
it
like
is.
an Atlanta
Since
thing.
Chick-fil-A is an Atlanta restaurant, they do mainly only do the peach milkshakes there. But I will just say the vanilla milkshakes. They're great, and I think they do vanilla milkshakes better than any other fast food restaurant.
I agree with that stuff.
I got a vanilla milkshake
you know,
like once in my life, and I was very upset.
from them.
For just anybody.
Oh,
I like chocolate milkshakes.
I think Chick-fil-A will turn you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It'll
you
turn you.
like it.
I don't know.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's fresh usually.
Like,
so.
okay, I think that's probably something that we can experiment on one day.
Yeah.
But I think that's like it is really good. Like that is the only fast food milkshake I'll get. Like I don't go to McDonald's because McDonald's is disgusting. I think that generally if you're gonna get like upper echelon of like ice cream, like dairy products at a restaurant like that, a fast food restaurant, Chick-fil-A does hit that top.
Their ice cream machine is never broke. So I think that's a meaningful reason. Obviously, the stuff stops here.
Unlike McDonald's.
Unlike McDonald's. Yes.
Well, speaking of another restaurant, do you have a favorite place and a favorite food item on the menu?
It's kind of hard for me to choose because there's something that I like, but if I have to go down to one, it would actually be Muya.
Okay, well explain Muya because I don't know if it's a national chain. Might as well explain it.
Okay, so I will put down many as fast food because would you count Five Guys as fast food?
Yes.
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Okay,
I wouldn't count it as good fast food. It's not cheap.
No.
Okay, well, let's debate.
Well,
Alright.
Muya is not cheap here. Like if you do a price comparison between Muya and Five Guys, they're about what one.
And Smash Burger too.
Yeah,
Smash
they're
Burger.
all like.
See, that's the thing. I hate these places that, not to cut you off, but I just hate these places that you go there and like they don't include like a combo. that you can get all the food you want.
That does suck. I hate that too. But
yeah, that was it. I just hate those spaces. Like, why do I have to pay for a burger and then also the fries and also the drink? And like the burger's like maybe $3, but the fries are like $11, and the drink is like $45.
But I will say for I've never been to Muya, but I've been to Smash Burger. I've been to Five Guys. They are like one of the main places where you get a fresh burger. Like they're taking a meat patty, they're making it in front of you, and then they're cooking it in front, like a Subway kind of thing.
They all make them in front of you. You're just not watching.
No, but I think like at Wendys, ChickfilA, and all these other places, they pre-make it and then it's shipped to the store, and then they throw it on the grill.
Oh, you mean like with the meat?
Yeah, like they're taking the ground chuck or the ground beef, and they're making a little patty out of it and cooking it.
I don't think Five Guys does that.
They do.
They do?
They do.
Okay, the patty just looks too generic when it's done. So maybe it's just me.
I mean, doesn't all food look generic when it's done if you make it right?
no.
So
That was a wrong statement.
No.
Retract that statement.
Because like for example, with Muya, yeah, like Five Guys and Smash Burger, I've never had Smash Burger.
It's really smashing.
They make it right there fresh in front of you on the pan. But like what they do, I find interesting is like while it's frying and cooking, Karlton explained to me before, when they smash it down, kind of gives us that exterior crisp to it.
Mm-hmm. It expands the surface area, and it presents more to of the meat to the
cooking surface.
Thing. Yeah. So it's a technique called smash. It's a smash burger technique, and it's pretty common in places like that specialize in burgers. They don't use a whole lot of meat, and you get a nice crispy finish on the burger, and it becomes meaty, more satisfying. And
yes,
and it just is. When they do that, places like Muya, Smash Burger, stuff like that, that just makes a huge difference. And to piggyback off of what Gawain was saying before you get to your favorite thing on the menu, I will say that I don't know how many Muya or whatever, but if you don't have a Muya in your general area, Five Guys and other ones usually are similar enough. They have milkshakes, they have fries, they usually have hot dogs, they have veggie burgers. I don't know if Five Guys has veggie burgers, is it?
I think they do, yes.
Because like I know Muya has a veggie burger that looks really good. I've been dying to try it, haven't had a chance to. Mm-hmm. And usually they're like a really good place if you want to. They also have chicken too, so they're usually all good for like for multiple facets of people. Hot dogs, hamburgers, veggie burgers, chicken sandwiches. I just don't like the prices. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, what is your favorite thing on the menu there?
I actually have to say two favorites because it depends if I'm trying to just pig out or be healthy.
Okay, go ahead.
For the healthy side, I'll do the build your own burger with the iceberg bun. That's basically just an iceberg lettuce as the bun itself.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's healthy, I guess. No carbs.
Yeah. You build on your own, so I can't say what the order is because that might change every now and again. Mm-hmm. But if I just want to just pig out the entire time, I'll get the I can't say the name, but it basically is a thick Muya burger with two hot dogs cut in half in the center.
That's a pig out.
Wow. Yes. I've never seen a pork beef burger. That's impressive.
That looks like a burger that you would like eat and like breathe heavy for like the rest of the day.
That's a quadruple bypass.
If you are not hungry, you will catch the itis. But along with that burger, I get the personal hand cut Idaho fries, as they call them there. I mean, they're nice. I wouldn't say it's greasy. It's just nice, crispy.
They are pretty crispy, yeah.
It's crispy. It's not too much. It's not too thick, so it's not like so much potato inside. It's like a good balance. Okay. And I'll go for the Oreo shake.
Speaking of which, do they also have donuts as the buns? Is that an option too?
No,
I feel like that's like the next
one place that does that. No, it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, they make a
Dunkin' Donuts makes like a
sausage burger.
Bacon, like,
that's gross.
Breakfast bacon sandwich.
I want to try it like as like my last meal or something. I know I shouldn't eat it like in the middle of my life because I feel like it'll subtract like 10 years. But it would be good. It would be good.
You could hear your life points just dripping away.
Yeah, no, the shadow realm would be pulling me in after that point. But
so I actually will say, this is actually, I don't want to call it accolades for Muya, but I will say that I definitely feel that is one of the only places that I can get sweet potato fries and enjoy them. I like the sweet potato fries. I don't know if anybody, I see some head shaking. I'm just going to say, George was just like, I fucking hate him. I don't even want to be in a podcast with him anymore.
I don't like sweets like the rest of the guys do. I don't go to like sweeter things, but like cake and cupcakes, and I also don't like potatoes. So combining both of them, why would I be happy?
But no, hold on. I'll say this. Wow. I'll say this. Sweet potato fries are different to me, and I think they actually are different. They be different in a sense. You don't have to like potatoes. I'll just say the reason why I think they're pretty good. When I eat food, I live to eat. So first of all, I'm fat. Let's get that out the way. Let's address that. When I go get something to eat, I'm looking for different contrasting flavors. I'm enjoying different types of things about them. I'm enjoying the texture. I'm enjoying the taste, what contrasts the taste, and what brings things back and pushes them to make a balanced experience. Sweet potato fries are a weird beast because, sure, you can get relatively sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes, or you can get more starchy ones or what have you. There's something about their sweet potato fries where it's a good balance of sweet, and they season them well enough to where the salt kind of pulls it back, so it's not super sweet potato. It's sweet enough, and it kind of offsets your really savory burger. Because a lot of times, let's just face it, you're putting a lot of salt and mushrooms and onions and other stuff like that on a burger, and it's really savory. It pulls everything back together, and it pulls it in a way that's nice, and it doesn't make you seem like you're pigging out and like you're gonna have a heart attack right after. Right. So I think that in that context, personally, it's a really good combination and a good balance. And it's rare that I give sweet potato fries accolades in any way, because sweet potato fries usually are disgusting. So I'll just say that these are pretty good.
Everybody's making me hungry. Like, we literally just ate, and I'm like, man, I could really go for like a milkshake or something.
Right in my life, man. What the fuck? You just ate, man. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm getting food, but it's like it's making me hungry.
Maybe you want something out like the banana spot and you want to just shut up real quick.
Yeah. No. You can do that. I'll say mine real quick too, because I'm thinking about it now. Personally, if I had to pick a favorite place with a favorite food item, this might surprise y'all.
No.
I'm just gonna say it, and I'm just gonna say get out the way. I like Taco Bell, man.
Oh my God.
I like Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell is great. Baja Blast is the best thing on the menu.
You like Doritos too and Mountain Dew?
I kind of do. I don't like them that much. The loaded grillers, the beefy nacho loaded griller is to die for.
You just think you can say the gamer word now because you're a gamer?
No, I'm joking though. I low key, like, before I was trying to do this like fast food fast. Like, I love Taco Bell because I love Mexican food.
Thank you.
And it was dirt cheap. And it was like, I could get like three or four things or whatever, less than $10. And I'm like,
less than $5.
I can make a buffet.
I think it's not an actual gordita, but the one like the soft shell and the hard shell.
I like the Crunchwrap Supreme.
That's a really good
one. It's great food. I just feel dirty eating it.
You are dirty for eating it. They literally cook the food on the floor. They come look George, and they just
like a hibachi, but a floor bachi.
Yeah, a dirty floor tile.
They just put like a gas stove on the top of it. It's like, don't stand on those two tiles. We got beef on there.
There's just a pool of mild and hot in the back, and they just scoop it up and then they put it in packets, and then they ask you which one you want from the pools, and they hand it to you.
It makes so much sense because it's always a little too hot in there.
Yeah, it
so is. I think I might be standing by the tiles a little bit too much.
Yeah. As much as anybody, that's what I'm saying. As much as anybody wants to talk shit about Taco Bell, it has something for everybody. It's got bean burritos for people that are vegetarian. It's got power bowls if you're trying to be healthy. It's got loaded grillers if you're a fat piece of shit like me. It's got the Baja Blast. The Baja Blast is now only exclusively sold here, and the slushy. I'll die for it.
Well,
I'll die for it
until Christmas time. Then it's sold everywhere.
That's true.
The cinnamon buns are really good. I won't lie.
There's something on the menu for literally everyone, and I just have to say, I don't care what anybody says. Taco Bell is great.
I will say also they're the Mexican version of McDonald's. So like, I think we all lie to ourselves about going there, but they sell like 7 million burgers a day. So obviously it's not one dude eating 7 million burgers. So obviously lots of people are going there. But we all know it's horrible food, but it's cheap, and I mean, you can't you can't get that kind of variety everywhere. So I'll give them that.
What is
I'll give
the
them that.
most quality fast food place you guys have been to?
Including fast casual?
Like not any of the ones we just said, but like you went there, maybe if you were out of town somewhere, and you went there and like, this is great, and I wish they had one closer to me.
I've got two, and one of them we kind of just talked about. Can I go ahead and just say two? Okay, so the first one I'm gonna say, if I'm in the States and if I can get to it, I don't care what anybody says, In-N-Out is pretty good.
Whoever says In-N-Out is bad, because I've had In-N-Out. My aunt lives in California, and I heard so much about In-N-Out. The first thing I ate when I got there was In-N-Out, and I enjoyed it so much that I'm like, this is so good. It's just, it feels like you just need to eat it when you're like drunk after like a party. You need to eat it when you're having a good day. What my cousin just like, not actually, but like my cousin's having a bad day. Suicide watch. I'm gonna get some In-N-Out.
Let's not
bring it to him as a gift.
Say that.
Yeah,
I'll say, because like, if a place, my dad has not eaten beef in most of the 23 years of my existence. Out of the 23 years, there's only been one time where he broke that fast. We went on a vacation to California. I've never seen this man eat beef before in my life because it makes him sick to his stomach. He braved the storm and ate In-N-Out 4 times in a week and did not get sick.
I don't think he braved the storm. I think he came to his senses. He
likes beef.
He was just eating the shit, and like maybe you guys went to sleep because they open all day. And
he went there 24 hours.
Not quite.
Like,
they're like 12 hours. Like 12 o'clock or something.
Oh, they close at like midnight.
He came back to the hotel. He came back to the hotel, and he had bags and we all it was literally just like one of those things where it's like
you like In-N-Out, don't you, Squidward?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's SpongeBob, and it's just
like
just imagine
slams the door.
Just like imagine like everybody was like sleeping in bed. My dad, he rented out a Nissan or something like that so we could drive around. So like we were all sleeping. Right. So we're all sleeping. Just imagine everybody sleeping and then like the door opening and then like bags rustling and it sits it on the counter and everybody just kind of goes like.
I feel like his story was too gentle. His dad crashes in the doorway. Oh yeah, he crashes in the doorway and he's like, eat it now. It's better fresh, and he's just like.
Oh, that's funny.
I will say though, the only problem that I have with In-N-Out is the fact that
it's not where we live.
There's that, but there's also like sometimes I kind of wish that their fries were a little bit more on par with McDonald's fries because other than that, their fries are good.
If you get them, if you get regular fries, I can understand that. But like animal style or something like that, if you get their like special fries,
try it, man.
No, I'm talking about Super Saiyan base. I'm talking about regular base fries. They're okay. Like,
yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna move on to my next one. McDonald's overseas fucking rocks. Like, in the fries in general, I'm just gonna say the fries in general are like international. Like that shit is just gold. Like whoever came up with the McDonald's fry recipe, literally like bury him in a gold casket.
Look at that, he's already dead. He died from eating his own comp.
When they're fresh. You don't want to get cold.
That's any fry. That's any fry.
Yeah.
That's like fries are one food that I cannot eat the next day. Like I've seen people scarf down like second day fries, and I'm like, you're gross. You're a bad person. You might be a psychopath.
It's because
you step on puppies. Like I don't want to hear you talk, man.
I keep moving this. Sorry.
You say people who
step on puppies also eat cold fries. Yes, that's one of the same.
Cold spaghetti is another thing I don't understand.
Cold what?
Cold spaghetti.
I didn't understand cold pizza until I realized how much of an ordeal it is to heat up pizza.
Yeah, because you gotta wet like a towel or some way to moisturize the pizza.
No,
and then it doesn't.
No, you're doing it because you're doing it wrong.
If I throw it in the oven,
you put it in a pan. You put it in a skillet just by itself with a little bit of water in the skillet, and you let it crisp up on the bottom. And you let the cheese melt. That's all you do, and it's.
I thought you were gonna say to put it in the oven because I'm like, that don't help either because my mom does it, and I'm like,
it turns to rocks.
Like, it goes from Domino's to DiGiorno so quick.
But I actually like DiGiorno. Well, okay,
No,
I will say. Look, it's not delivery.
Don't embarrass me.
It's not delivery.
Don't embarrass
It's not
me.
delivery.
Do not say you like DiGiorno, man.
Bruh.
I'm gonna say,
Red Baron's better.
yeah, Red Baron is better.
Just take that money and order pizza.
No.
Please.
No.
I feel like it's
No.
cheaper. It's
I
better
want
than
pizza
your, for
on
your
the
health.
demand.
Like, they don't even put, like, real, like, marinara sauce, probably.
What is it? Just red crayons melted?
No, it's ketchup. It's ketchup.
It's not ketchup. It's not
If
ketchup.
it was
I
ketchup,
like Red
I wouldn't
Baron.
eat it.
I like
You
Red-
don't know that. It's heated up. It's just heated up ketchup and you're eating it.
And
I
it
hate
tastes
ketchup
good.
to begin with.
It
So
tastes
if it was
good.
heated up ketchup, I would know.
No, you wouldn't.
I
Yes,
dip
I
my
would.
fries in
It's
ketchup.
cold. So
I
you
like
know
it.
what cold ketchup tastes like?
Yes.
How? Why?
You don't like ketchup.
Exactly.
I love ketchup.
But why would you know just like ice cold ketchup? You would just know what that tastes
You
like.
put ice cubes
Yeah.
in your ketchup? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, to torment children, yeah.
Alright. But, no, I will say, like, between the two pizzas, I think Red Baron's better than DiGiorno. But I'm sorry, going
mad
back
at
to our
these
previous
niggas.
conversation.
I really
In-N-Out, I'd love to try it.
Okay,
I'd love to
and
try
I'll
it.
say
I
real
have no
quick-
I am so down for literally booking a ticket tonight to go to California to try some In-N-Out.
No, isn't the next nearest one to us in Louisiana and Texas?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but like I want the good kind.
But
Okay.
I was talking about my second choice.
Yes.
International McDonald's has a standard where it has to keep as far as like certain codes of like whatever. And I gotta say, when I went to China, I've never eaten McDonald's that much in my entire life and still felt healthy. Like that chicken, that snack chicken box combo with like the chicken cutlet, the wings and the nuggets. I was a grown man in heaven. It was like $5 for all that food, and it was filling. And then I would get the ice cream machines always worked, and it was always hot. So
they
it
always
was
work
perfect.
because they were made there. So it was like they just had the engineer
that
on.
seems...
Because we get a lot of things made from China. Everybody knows this.
Alright, man. Anyway, I think you're right. I think McDonald's in other countries, like,
It's
specifically...
way better.
Yeah, and it's
KFC too.
Yeah, I think like they have, like you said, different standards, and I think the health standards affect what
They're higher,
McDonald's has
yeah.
to do. And like, because I've seen like McDonald's in like China and other like Japan and stuff, like they tailor their stuff to the population. Sometimes they'll have like sushi burgers or like fish burgers and stuff like that.
The shrimp burger I
that
think.
they'll not have anywhere else. Like I've seen, was it like there's like a all black burger or something in
Japan.
China?
That was for Burger King.
That's for Burger King. You're
Okay.
right.
But
Well,
still.
regardless, I think all the fast food restaurants do that. They tailor
In
it.
China, they had an all black. Recently, they had an all black ice cream thing that was going around at KFC of all places.
Yeah.
And I remember I took pictures of it. I might put it up in the podcast right here. But I remember looking at it and I was like, this is just strange. I don't understand. They have ice cream and it always works.
Yeah.
What?
I think they have
I
different
remember-
standards for the workers too.
When
Yeah.
I think McDonald's did a campaign here where they were like, you can try burgers from like different places here, and like the one from Spain was super good.
Yeah, they did have that too.
Yeah,
They did
different
have to.
tastes in those countries, so they got to tailor it to be successful.
Speaking of like food and craisins and stuff like that, what do you guys think of the chicken sandwiches Popeyes?
It sucks.
V1 was better than V2.
It's not great.
I mean, I've had the regular one. I mean, it's alright. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's like another thing. The mayonnaise is hella salty.
Yeah, I wish they would have put like barbecue sauce or something.
I
I
thought-
was so happy.
I think it was so good because of the first type of bun they used. I think it was brioche.
Yeah,
It's still
Yeah,
they
that's
still
all.
use brioche.
That's just
they
a
do.
good bun.
It is?
It's
It
still
doesn't
brioche.
taste like it. Maybe
think
it's
they
because they
don't
had to
toast it or
really mass
something.
produce it for V2 to like justify like, oh, we need to bring it to all the millions of things that we
Yeah,
need to have a
because
supply.
I thought it was weird that it had like a resurgence twice in the summer. So like at the beginning of the summer, everybody was like, "Oh, of 2019." Everybody was like, "Oh, it's super good." And then when fall came, they were like, "Oh, the chicken sandwich." And now I think it's here to stay for a while.
Yes.
And I don't know. I'm not gonna move to get it unless I'm like super late for work and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna at Popeyes. I think I'm gonna just stick to like chicken tendies. I think that's what I like
Stop
at that restaurant.
You're a grown man. You pay bills.
Stop it.
Chicken tenders.
You have a problem with chicken tendies at Popeyes? That is a great menu item. I think they put a lot of work into it.
Okay,
I don't appreciate.
If you're gonna
you
say that, stop
critiquing.
calling them chicken tendies. You sound stupid.
They're chicken tendies.
But if
old
you're
are you,
talking
bro?
about the like chicken strips, they're the worst because it's literally just the breading and like this sliver of like meat.
It's a sliver of chicken breast.
Look, I don't like
Bone-in chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I like bone-in chicken for like chicken wings. I like bone-in chicken for like, I don't know, drums or whatever. But like if it's like fried chicken or whatever, I could do without having to eat around a bone. Like we have the technology to make boneless meat. Let's just
do
do
you like
that.
ribs?
I don't eat ribs often. Yeah,
But
like
do you like them? Is my question.
they taste good. Yes, they taste good.
So you like ribs? Ribs have bones in them.
They have boneless ribs.
Yeah, but they're not good. They're
Yes,
like
they are.
mashed potatoes.
No, they're not.
Hold on a second. You don't like mashed potatoes?
You don't like the mashed potato man?
Yeah, you sound
Why do you
racist
bring this
now.
up?
Yeah, you sound racist. You don't like mashed potato man?
I love the Michelin Man.
But no, I'm serious though, man. Like I just no. We have the technology for boneless meat. I mean, you can make boneless ribs, and plus, like they make ribs where the bones just kind of fall out, and they're just like, well, let's just throw those out because people aren't gonna eat it. Let's just give them plenty
That's
of ribs.
made out of like 5% styrofoam. We're not gonna talk about
Hold
those.
on a second. Where are you eating ribs that they're
The one you're talking about, the little rib thing, like the little rib thing that you put on sandwiches, stuff like that.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like a rib. Those things are dangerous. Like those, you can use those as doorstops. Like,
That's what I was talking
don't eat
about. That's
that.
when I think boneless ribs. I think the
No.
McRib, and I think death.
No, I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about like if you go to the store, they have like baby back ribs that have been surgically like they take off the bone. And I use them when I don't feel like doing racks of ribs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do them and I'll baste them and I'll season them, let them air out, and let them dry. Put them in the oven, 200 for about 2 hours, and then I crank that motherfucker up to 500 with the sauce that I make, and let those bastards burn.
Yeah.
Like we have like my kitchen smells like fucking death when they come out.
But them ribs are good. I bet, right?
Right as hell.
Yeah.
They're nice and bark. They have like a nice little bark on them,
Yeah.
and they're kind of like a little crispiness to them. Oh my fucking god! I want to make.
There's
one
a type of rib that my mom brings home sometimes, and we like eat it together.
Spare?
It's like I don't know what kind of rib it is. I think it might be like beef ribs, but they're like pre-seasoned and like something about them. Like no barbecue sauce. I don't need it.
Do you know where she gets them?
I don't know.
She doesn't mention it.
It's just
or anything.
they appear.
They appear, and you're like,
And I
taste
was like, these taste so good. Where
Yeah.
did you get them from?
Yeah.
Stop asking me questions. Is
Yeah.
what she replies.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I think everybody's like food options were
real quick.
like trash.
Real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. Speaking of trash food, real quick, we're just gonna go lightning round. Name some of the worst things on any menu you can ever like order. Like,
TGI Fridays, the red sauce pasta because I ordered it one time, then got the wrong pasta, and then they were like, "Oh," I was like, "This is wrong," and they were like, "Shut up," and so that.
I would definitely say walk-ons, Cajun Dillas. I drove,
Cajun
I think,
Dillas.
an hour and a half to a walk-on in the middle of.
No. I'm gonna cut him off because that's not the real story. Me and Winston, I love taking pictures of cars because cars are really nice looking.
Oh
I
my
like the way they
God.
are made.
Oh my God.
Winston has a thing for cars. He likes the way they are made. When it comes to like the manufacturer and everything like that, he likes it. So he and I went to a car show. I went with my camera and my laptop and everything. We went all the way there, and we live in one place that is 2 hours away, an hour and 30 minutes. If you're driving fast like he does, away from this place at the car show, and we were just like, whoa, we're here. And first we had to donate to a charity, which isn't bad, but it wasn't like you could or you couldn't. You have to. And so I like put a few bucks towards it, but there were only like 3 cars there, and they were ugly, and it was
supposed to be a car show.
It was supposed
like,
to be a car show.
You could literally like walk around the car show in like 30 seconds. It was not a car show. It was a parking lot full of.
And it was
3
hot.
cars. Yeah.
And I think it was supposed to be cooler that day, so
Yeah.
we were hot.
Yeah.
And like I think I was getting over a cold, and
Yeah.
we went to this walk-ons, and he got this Cajun-dilla, and he didn't like it. And he was like, I can't believe we came all the way out for this. This is an outrage. We are so upset. I'm like, you're upset. You didn't like your food. I enjoyed my food. Shut up and bring me home.
I was trying to be an explorer and try something different. I'd never been to walk-ons, but the Cajun Dilla was apparently, it was like if you tried to make gumbo and then you tried to put it between a quesadilla.
No.
Which doesn't make sense.
No.
But they tried to make... They tried to make...
They have rice, and they did have rice in it. It was really floury.
Yeah, and it was super salty, because gumbo's salty, but like trying to just like have it in like a hand food, like a quesadilla, didn't make sense. Because the cheese doesn't go in gumbo, and it was a weird taste.
By the way, just for clarification, for anybody who's not from Louisiana or who's not from the South, who doesn't know what gumbo is a soup, and it's a really good soup at that. It is made with flour and oil, and it makes a roux, and then you add things like sausages. You might add seafood to it or chicken and things like that, and you add rice usually as a filler. None of that goes into a quesadilla in any context.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the story and I'm like crying internally because that sounds terrible.
Yeah. I wanted to send it back, but I didn't want to be rude because we switched waiters, and like it was just super awkward, and like I was already kind of mad about being out there because I wasted the gas to get out there. But I mean, ultimately now I know I never, like, if I go to walk-ons, I'm never gonna order that, and if anyone tries to order that, I'm gonna like knock the menu out of their hand because it's just the worst.
Maybe checking to see where you're going before you go might help also.
I think I checked before I went, but someone lied.
You know
to
what?
me.
Yeah, somebody did lie to him like 5 times.
Yeah, so
I still hate you for it. It's all your fault.
it's okay. You didn't spend any of your gas, which is weird that you hate me for. So
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't anyway.
yeah. So
I have an old truck that can probably not make it to the next city.
So yeah, that's the restaurant I hate, and that's the menu I hate from that restaurant.
I can't point down a specific restaurant, just every fast food joint that tries to make a fish sandwich.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I gotta say something. You guys are gonna hate me, and I'm a contrarian. The filet of fish is pretty good.
Oh hell no, that's the worst one.
My dad
No,
likes
it's
it.
not.
You hate my fault.
Yes.
I get a double filet of fish on rare occasions,
No.
and it scratches an itch.
Okay,
It scratches an itch.
maybe because you like tartar sauce or whatever goes on that sandwich.
Maybe on my balls.
I don't. So
Oh my god.
it's tartar sauce, not tartar sauce.
Yeah. No.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't like that in general. So that's so that might maybe moisten up the fish a bit, but that fish is dry as shit.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to moisten your fish, man. That's
Okay. If
It should already be wet.
yeah. Came out of the ocean.
You don't want a dry fish. You get a dry fish, it's bad.
He died.
Why was it dry? You have to make sure it's wet.
He died time ago.
Moist fish.
I sense a double meaning in that.
No.
No.
It's just, I agree. Like, you don't want a dry fish.
Yeah.
It tastes bad. So one that's a little more moist, everything will be cool.
I mean, and that's mainly because
Sometimes you gotta moisten up with some tartar sauce. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like tartar sauce. I mean, I guess it's because when I come to So when it comes to everyone can agree to this one. When it comes to the seafood here in Louisiana, I mean, it's seasoned, it's a little flaky. It's deep fried. It's good. It's flavorful. And
People will disagree with you. I know a girl who was in a landlocked state that told me that their crawfish is better, and I laughed so hard.
I think I had to punch her.
No, also this reminds me of the fish sandwich from Long John Silver's.
Oh my god.
Pretty bad. I think they went bankrupt. Rightfully so. But
No,
I
think
feel like
did.
anybody who walks into Long John Silver's has the police after them.
Get out of here. You'll never find me here.
They won't ever come there. That's where, like,
Is Long John Silver's even its own restaurant?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they are. I think it's like
seen
one
one.
little hut somewhere.
I've seen one that's not connected to maybe of KFC or Pizza Hut.
They just use it for storage for all the KFCs. So it's in there. There's like one cashier.
There's one in particular that I'm thinking about that's connected to a KFC on the other side of the city, and I have to say, I've never seen anybody go in. As a matter of fact,
on the expressway.
yes, I'm gonna say this. I've gone into that KFC. there is no semblance of a Long John Silver's anywhere. I don't even remember the menu of a Long John Silver's. I'm pretty sure they just they reprinted the menu of the KFC and put it right there where the Long John Silver's thing is. And I swear I'm telling the truth. I was like, isn't it supposed to be Long John Silver's? And they were just like, no, it's KFC. Nobody buys Long John Silver's food. And I was like, that makes sense. But apparently, Long John Silver's used to be an attractive business. Yeah. Which is why it used to be everywhere. Apparently, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, places like KFC bought them out because they just stopped. People didn't realize that fast food fish is not a good thing.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. Like, being down here, I would think, like, they could have been more successful because they could have gotten more fresh fish, fresh shrimp, fresh crawfish, all that stuff. They could have done
that's
well.
That's profit margins, though. You can't just...
Yeah, but you can't just be like, this fast food place is going to beat out this mama's cooking.
Yeah, no, it's not. Else. It's not. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like they could have made it cheaper or whatever, and they could have worked it out.
They made it so cheap that they're broke.
Right. It was so cheap that no one wanted it.
Literally telling people, like, we'll give you $5,000 if you try this sandwich. And people were still like, no,
I'm fucking sick.
All right. Here's one more before we move on. One more. Shit that you can make at home. Who has it? What restaurant has the shit you can just make at home? Honestly.
Olive Garden.
I got a good one.
Olive Garden has the shit that you can make at home.
Okay. Got anyone in particular? Well, it's all Italian, but like, I will say me and Winston were talking about it on the way here. Olive Garden has stepped their game up. It is pretty good. And those breadsticks, I gotta say.
When was the last time y'all went to Olive Garden?
Last year.
I love pasta.
Last year.
And why would you go to the pasta place without me? Are we friends still?
It was a date.
Hold on a second. That was not with me. That was him and his friend.
It was a date.
It could have been a double date. I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me for the rest of the podcast.
Okay.
Pasta. You're an ambassador.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, because you're stupid. So,
I'm a pasta ambassador. An imposter.
That's funny. Well, I'm just gonna say I think that all the places that you can definitely make at home. Why the fuck would you go to an Arby's? Why the fuck would you go to an Arby's?
Oh my god. They say they got the meats, but the grocery store has the meats.
Alright, so I'm going to start talking to him again. He's absolutely right. If you go to Arby's, you are a sad person. You're like, yeah, I went to the Arby's over there and it was really good. Like, I'm going to make sure, like, you get the right help because you're hurting.
But the weird thing is, Arby's is doing so well.
What?
They bought Buffalo Wild Wings, they bought Rallies and Checkers.
And since then, I swear to God, I haven't been to any of those restaurants.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't, like, I think there's a certain population that's not us that's eating them. Or eating roast beef sandwiches and stuff like that, and it's
meat
not
mountains.
Us.
Eating meat mountains. Of
It's just
crackheads. You're right. You're absolutely right. There's more crackheads in the world than we have, and so they're just eating all of it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Well, goodbye Arby's sponsorship.
Yeah, look, okay, I'm fine with that Arby's sponsorship. We can flush that down the drain. That's fine. But also,
they're gonna be like, eat this, and they're like, no.
I'll say the restaurant that I think that most people could eat at home or make at home or whatever is Subway. It's so stupid.
Okay,
that Subway exists, but
hold on,
it's convenient.
A sweet onion chicken teriyaki, you're not making that at home.
Right.
You're not making that at home.
I'm not devoting my time to make sandwiches.
But a foot-long ham sandwich, you could just get a baguette and just...
It'd be better. I've said it in a video where I said Subway is something that you can make at home, but why would you? Like they have a good thing going. But I will say this, that Quiznos.
Did they go? What happened to Quiznos?
There's two Quiznos that are still in existence in this city. And
honestly,
there's one in Elmwood. You know exactly where it is.
There's one in Hammond too.
I think it's a home.
Honestly, if you think that's I don't know how you like Jimmy John's, because like if Arby's is the worst, then Jimmy John's is like that one time on Family Guy where Peter ate the rice sandwich and he's just like.
No, I've had Jimmy John's. They're not bad.
They are really good. I love Jimmy.
Yeah, but you forgot what good was that day, so maybe you were having a bad day and you were hungry.
You just don't like cold deli sandwiches with mayonnaise. You don't like mayonnaise. It's literally all it is.
That's me.
Yeah, I can understand. But Jimmy John's has high quality, has really quality ingredients. The cold cuts are really nice, and they have limited selection is limited enough where they have certain things on the menu and they just put it in different orders and they all work. And there is a reason why it's still a
video
flop.
is not sponsored by Jimmy John's.
No, it is not.
It's not sponsored by Jimmy John's
No,
or
but
anyone.
There's a sandwich Jimmy John's that has no mayo. I forgot what it was, but
Bread.
See, that's no one
There's
buys it.
It was
quite a
it
few.
was cardboard.
The Italian,
It was cardboard. They gave
the
you some
Italian ones
cardboard.
don't. The Italian ones are like with the Genoa salami and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have they don't have mayonnaise and they're really good.
yeah.
I like an Italian sub with salami and stuff like that, provolone and tomatoes, thinly sliced lettuce. And
And when I used to work for Alden and I worked at the Insectarium, I would order Jimmy John's.
yes, it's really good and it's not too far from there. Anyway,
I hope you feel better.
I feel better.
Yeah,
I
man.
hope
I'll
you feel
send you a
better.
card, man.
Yeah,
Just
get
flowers.
well soon.
Okay, look, y'all try some Italian sandwich, and if y'all don't like me, then y'all can send me a card.
All right. We'll make an experiment. We'll go to that one too.
And okay, what about you? Do you have anything, Gawain, that you feel like can be made at home and nobody should buy? If you said Taco Bell, I'm shooting the shit out of you.
It would be funny.
You can't make most
It'd be
Taco
funny
Bell.
if he said he was like, I know we just talked about it, but Jimmy John's.
Oh my god. I thought he was gonna say okay. What do you think, man?
I mean,
Sorry.
while you can, I don't know why you should. Put your hand down.
I can do shit, man. I don't have a gun.
You got your hand drawn, like you gonna draw something out your pocket.
Shit,
God
got to draw
damn
that
it.
fucking whip.
Okay.
Get your ass.
What if he
whipped.
went super left and he was like, cocaine?
And actually,
I can make that.
I just put disclaimer because honestly, I can't think of anywhere I've been to that's bad.
Right.
But one place that is good, but you could probably still make at home is Felipe's.
I can't make a burrito at home.
You can practice your folding skills, bro. Felipe's it's a
It's
Mexican
not that hard,
restaurant.
actually.
It's Mexican origami. Man.
It's
I'm
not
feeling
hard.
it.
No, it's
Mexicami.
not. You take some sides, fold in small ends,
And then you just roll it up. That's literally all
Mine
you do.
always fall apart and rip.
That's because
That
you have
means you're
to.
packed.
You also have probably
I don't think
having
that's
like
the
you also have to
problem,
like
No,
you
they
have
have strong tortillas. They
to.
steam
No,
them and they're strong.
you just steam them. That's all you do.
I don't have a steamer for my tortillas.
Just put it in a microwave.
For
With some
like
like,
two
little,
seconds.
yeah. We'll take some. What I do is I take two paper towels and I wet them. I put them in between. I put the tortilla in between, and I put it in the microwave, and it heats up, and it stretches, and it's a lot easier to manage.
Okay, one day
I
we'll make
agree.
another experiment.
I agree with him though. Like, why not make it like
At
making
home.
Mexican food at home?
It would
is pretty
taste
great.
better. It would taste
tastes better. You know what's on it. There's not like this person in the background that's like really angry at their boss because they left them out the schedule.
Oh no, that probably did happen to somebody.
No, though the one thing that I would say that might be hard to do is making a chimichanga.
A Jimmy,
you,
a what?
A chimichanga. You
Chimichanga.
just fry
I said
it.
Jimmy
You
John.
make it and you just fry it.
And my question is, how would they keep the roll together? That's
You can put
'cause you fry
toothpicks in
it.
it. You can put toothpicks in it.
Yeah, you fry it still.
So you
This
can
is
fry
so
it. Just
easy.
you literally the best way to do it is put toothpicks in between the two things, and you just drop it in and let it fry that way.
Well,
and then you can take it out.
Chimichangas are really good. You guys want to like?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll talk about that another time.
So,
Well, I can't contribute to it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Cool.
So, okay, we got that out the way. We had a good time about that. I think that food is actually something that's really really common and palatable amongst all of us. We all have
super passionate about it.
We're passionate about food, and we have certain things that we're really passionate about. Like, for instance, I'm really passionate about Asian food and Southern food and fried chicken and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure, George, if you cut him open, you probably just see like white sauce.
Fall out.
Your white sauce will fall out. Like his intestines are probably like fettuccine noodles or some shit.
No, I was so confused. I'm like, what's going on in my
His
house?
blood is Alfredo. His muscle tissues is spaghetti.
Yeah, man.
That
Gross.
was clever, Gawain. You're a clever person.
And then Winston, I'm pretty sure Winston probably like his head is full of beans or some shit. From
I
Mexican
never
food.
said I like beans.
No, you like Mexican food, man.
Oh, well,
Like
that's
you
true,
like
yes.
beans. You like beans and rice, and you probably have chicken like shooting out your nostrils and shit.
Okay.
And then Gawain, shrimp.
Protein, bro.
Just
Nothing but shrimp. We all have different things about food, and I
Yeah.
think that it's one of those things that we just kind of have to keep in mind that we all have different feelings and different opinions on food, and we all have things that we all appreciate together, and we all kind of play off of those strengths and what we enjoy.
Okay, but cool question though. You describe what would be because us. What about you?
I said Asian food.
Asian food?
I love Japanese and Chinese food.
No.
And what?
You would be shit because you're eating Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Y'all top
I'm a strong proponent of that.
Oh, shut the hell up! You eating nothing but Alfredo sauce.
I
walked in on this man. I walked in on this man before, and like he was just like shoveling you down his fucking throat, just like that. And I was just like, what in the fuck is
Karlton
he doing?
has always had weird dreams, but I don't know what dreams you want me to be in.
Nigga, that was a real dream, and you know you had one.
Yeah, it was a real dream.
It was real. It wasn't a real dream, but it was real. Every time he eats pasta, it's like watch him eat. He just like takes his fork and just goes like a fucking earth lifter.
It's really good. I don't know why.
All right then, well don't make fun of me and my Taco Bell thing. I like Taco Bell
because it's bad for you and your insides.
So is Alfredo pasta.
You can't prove that.
No,
yes you can.
It's mostly
You're not supposed to eat
literally, we're gonna stop talking about it. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about it. You're not gonna shame me for liking food.
You can't shame me for liking Taco Bell.
Yes, I can. Shut up.
You're an asshole. That's all you are.
And you don't have one because of Taco Bell.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yours fell out years ago.
I've never been sick from Taco Bell, and that is a fact. You, on the other hand, probably shit cream sauce.
You tell
Don't talk to
on
me.
The toilet, man. You tell yourself that.
He's like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
This is fine. This is my normal bowel movement.
I've had worse from pasta, from like oily pasta. Honestly, your pasta is gross sometimes. Like if you're talking about pasta,
I agree.
I
agree that pasta is gross.
You have no right to sit there and complain about me and my Taco Bell liking. You sit there and eat pasta.
Make that same
25/9. So there's not even 24/7 anymore. There's not even a full. There's no hours of the week that describe you and your pasta love.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done right now.
Please.
Huh?
Please be done.
I'm done.
Because I know you're going to get Taco Bell on your way home.
I don't have any money for Taco Bell.
And you'll be like, this is so good. And then you're going to get a little glint in your eye. And it's going to be me calling you a piece of shit.
I don't even have money. First of all,
it's dirt.
They're gonna give it to you for free. You're a loyal customer.
Yeah, they're gonna literally spit in it and be like, here, and you're gonna be like, thank you so much.
Yeah. Speaking of Taco Bell, I'm kind of basic with it. I just get your Doritos Locos up to 12. Or up to 12. I could eat an entire 12-pack by myself.
Anybody can eat an entire 12-pack, man.
And
yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can.
Or
they don't put a lot of contents on it, so you're just eating chips.
Just buy a bag of Doritos.
Or I will get the double chalupas. I'll get 2 of those.
Those are good too.
I'm telling you, man, this tile cooking pans that they have where you just make it on
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Susie, how do you feel after? Mommy, I think I have to go to the hospital for eating too much Taco Bell.
Here's some mild sauce. You'll be fine.
Scoop it up in the back room.
Just pour it on their head. She'll be fine.
All right.
She'll be fine.
Okay. All right, man. Fine. Since apparently everybody has bad taste at this fucking table.
Wow.
No, just you and Taco Bell.
Since everybody has bad taste.
This guy and Jimmy John's and you and pasta.
I like Jimmy John's, so shut the fuck up. Anyway, as I was saying,
it doesn't clear his name now that you said
memes of the decade.
Okay.
It's been an entire decade, and we have memes that we can just say that are the best and the worst. Let's not talk about the pasta and the Taco Bell anymore. Let's talk about memes. Okay. Everybody at this table knows them. They love them. They adore them. They hate them. They want to shoot one of them. What's your best meme of the 2010s, and what's your worst meme of the 2010s? You could think of any of them. You could go back to Vine. You can go back to Instagram, YouTube, anything. Which ones do you like? Which ones do you hate, and why?
I think I like the one from Caleb City when he's like, pizza's here, and he trips down the stairs.
He falls down the stairs.
He only says, my ears burn. That's a great one. Okay. My least favorite, it has to probably be Ugandan Knuckles. It was an annoying meme.
Okay.
He just didn't know the way, that's all.
Mm-hmm. I knew someone was going to say that. I was like, now that I said it, someone's going to be like, you don't know the way.
It was obligatory. Shut up.
Yeah. I think the meme that I hate the most of this decade was definitely Pepe the Frog. I hated all the iterations where they put makeup on him. Well, they gave him a face. They made characters of this guy and all these things, and then I don't know. It always grossed me out.
That you forget that like the creator didn't want that.
Yeah.
Like he killed him off in the comics, and like it just made him even bigger laughing.
I know,
stock.
but his lips look like hot dogs. It just grossed me out. That like they'd give him smiles, he'd be smirking, and his eyes were like cue balls. It was an oddly proportioned character, and the memes were super lazy for it. Just didn't like it.
Also, it became like the symbol of the alt-right for no reason.
Yeah, that kind of was a weird transition that they did that. But anyway, I think my favorite meme though definitely was the God's Plan meme. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard every time I saw it. It was just like
the lobsters, man, the lobsters.
No, it was that or like the oh, my girlfriend lost $400. I found $400 on the ground today. I'm gonna give her $20 to be nice. And it's just like, dang. But yeah, no, the God's Plan memes were super funny. It was a stupid song. It was a catchy song, but it was stupid. It was a stupid premise, but that meme.
He also just repeats the first verse and the second verse in the chorus, and it's all just repeated.
Yep, but it's catchy, and we all loved it. That song went platinum. So, yeah.
Worst meme for me is that freaking unicycle frog. It's that boy.
That
shit,
boy?
What up? Yes, that boy.
I don't like that boy.
I don't get it.
Yo, what up?
I don't get it, man.
Meme.
It was dumb. That was dumb.
dumb.
That was stupid.
I think they legitimately just took all the good content out the barrel just to scrape the bottom of it.
Yeah, because it looks like a CGI
But it was an
frog.
old meme. It was an old meme.
Old meme or not,
But it came
terrible.
back. Yeah, it came back in the 2010s too. Yeah. So.
Old meme or not, it was still terrible.
Didn't he have a hula hoop in one of the iterations? And he was just
No.
kind of like spinning it.
He might have.
I know there was one where he was juggling.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
As for a good one, I have to go back to Vine Classic when it came batch, and it was the Gas Money series.
Gas?
Yeah, the gas money, that was funny.
Gas
That was
money?
funny.
Yeah, it was,
Oh yeah.
thank you for a ride. Yeah, that's fine. You got the Gas Money.
Oh.
Back to the crib.
Oh yeah. I remember the iteration where he was just like, car like this should always stay on full right. And I was just like, oh wow. Super relatable because I wouldn't give the gas money, but
Yeah, so I'll say that was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta say, for me, as far as my favorite meme of the 2010s, I won't necessarily call it a meme, a full-fledged meme, but it was more like a movement that kind of became a standard.
Okay.
Crazy ass video editing for meme videos was top tier. Like editing for really ADD editing for gaming montages and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That was a move. That was a meme and a movement, and those are great. Like we all watched them and we all like cried our eyes out because they were just hilarious. They were great. I think that those were really proved to be a way to enable a new type of content that was just like automatically accepted by everybody. Mm-hmm. It was like just a way for people to just like really be creative and just go absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Because they haven't taken their Adderall, and that's probably what happened.
You have to do your least favorite. I'm sorry, no.
I will say that my least favorite, Gawain brought that memory up of that boy. That shit was stupid.
Wow.
But if I had to pick one that I really just couldn't stand, I guess looking back at it, I really didn't see the appeal of the sheepdog. I didn't see the appeal of the sheepdog.
Oh, Bork.
That kind of stuff was not interesting.
I will disagree only because of the new one with the bonk. It sends me every single time.
Oh my god.
Bonk. Like I don't understand it. It's just so.
No, that reminds me of that other meme, like with the weird CGI like man where he's like stonks. And he's just got like an arrow pointing upwards behind him. Stonks. And I'm just like, why? I don't understand the context.
Suck was another weird meme that I didn't get that much. Well, I got it, but it wasn't fun.
He attack, he protect, but most importantly, that one, like, it should have went out the window.
Oh, yeah, that one was dumb too.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it anymore now, but like, Howard the Alien kind of got
Oh my god.
When it came out, I used to be like, what the fuck song is this?
No, I love Lil Uzi Vert, so I was like, oh, we're using memes with his song? Well, shit. I am happy. Cause
I used to love the fact that, like, I think my favorite one was the one that Winston showed me, and it was the video of Howard, like like growing in size, and like the base was just getting deeper and deeper, and like as it got deeper, the ground started shaking in the video, and I was like, "That's crazy."
I think my favorite of those is the one where like it's a poor little girl who's like scared of the Easter Bunny, but her mom like signs a waiver for her to see it, but she's like scared of it. Mm-hmm. But instead of her getting scared of the Easter Bunny, it's like Howard the alien like bursting down the door and doing the dance.
Yeah, it's weird. He's just kind of tutting, and I'm just like, and I'm just like, the other one I think that I also liked, if we're just talking about random ones, I think the fish from SpongeBob just kind of mopping in different backgrounds with different lo-fi music playing behind him,
or like really low like convenience store music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
SpongeBob memes are undefeated.
That show made so
SpongeBob has probably got a resurgence because of the memes that it has, and like some of those memes are like more recent episodes too. Yeah, they're not just.
SpongeBob by itself, aside from the memes, is like hilarious.
No, it is.
But it's weird though, because they'll randomly, like, they almost make things purposefully meme worthy. Like, they'll step up the animation for like random things. Like SpongeBob when when Mr. Krabs makes faces or whatever, and like they suddenly give him like super accurate eyes, super accurate lips, and everything, and it just gets creepy where they're like making this face and
well, that's not necessarily a meme. Well, that's not necessarily like meme. They're not trying to make something in particular a meme, but they do.
They're trying to make it dramatic to make it funny.
Because it's a type of it's an art style called I forget what it's called in animation, but it's a technique that it's basically like, it's a high form of a body of a. Not exactly body humor, but like physical humor.
Yeah.
Physical comedy, where it's literally just like accentuating features and changing features to make them more shocking and thus more funny. Because you don't
never seen it usually. Yeah. Okay.
It's really funny.
I like the one with SpongeBob where he's like jumping and he just stands like he's frozen in place, and they start playing "Wolves" by Kanye West.
No. That's the one where he starts floating. He doesn't jump. He just starts.
No, he in the actual thing. He jumps. He's jumping.
Oh, they always freeze it and he just floats up. And I'm just like, that's
I'm gonna head out. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the one where he's like a chicken and he's like making fun of people. That's always a good one.
But that wasn't. He wasn't making fun of anybody in the show.
He was literally turning into a chicken. Like I think he lost.
He has a brain. Like apparently, when he sees people wearing plaid or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like he turns
up in his brain. Yeah.
It turns into a chicken. Yeah.
I think also the Gary and Squidward thing, where Gary was able to do like free range poem or something on stage. And everybody, like, they would see... Or no, I'm sorry. It was SpongeBob and Squidward. They'd see SpongeBob and they'd start clapping and they're like, yeah!
So that same episode, but the better meme when somebody's just not like funny on Twitter. Oh, brother, this guy sucks!
That was pretty bad, man. Yeah. Oh, no, and then also the Sandy Cheeks... when Patrick was mocking Sandy, where he was just like...
Texas?
Where he was just like... Hey, what am I? I don't know, stupid. And it's just like, no, I'm Texas. What's the difference? And I'm just like, dang.
That's kind of what.
Did not care about.
To be honest, though, you could tell that to anybody from Texas, and they'd probably act the same exact way.
Oh my god.
But to that, they just make it more true.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Because they didn't do that about any other state. They weren't like Mississippi or Alabama's dumb. They were like Texas is dumb.
They should have. They should have.
Of all the 50 states, Texas only.
Literally the second or first biggest one with most motherfuckers is just like, we're going to make fun of Texas and just eat.
Right, that's it. It's been years. They never made fun of another state. It's weird.
I definitely feel as if they should have made a whole lot more fun of it would have been too easy to go to anybody else. I feel like they couldn't go after Mississippi or Alabama because that's way too easy.
But I feel like they did that though when we went and saw Plankton's hillbilly friends.
Oh, those were family.
I'm sorry,
family, bro.
They were our family. They were super creepy.
Yeah, that was gross. I think that should have been something that we could have ultimately avoided if we stayed away from it.
Yeah, that was a weird episode.
When Plankton tried to kill himself, he was like, "Urgh!"
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong? I'm trying to die.
Oh yeah, they made a meme out of that where they covered him in red and just wrote the word angry in captions below him in brackets.
Wait a minute. You're talking about from the SpongeBob movie, right?
I think so.
No, he wasn't.
That wasn't a movie.
There was
an episode.
There was an episode.
There was an episode where he met all of his relatives, and they were
No. I'm talking about when he was just angry at something. He was just like.
No, that's from the movie. That's from the movie. That's when he was watching because the Krusty Krab 2 opened up, and like you don't remember that? It was the Krusty Krab 2 opened up, and he was looking at it from like a telescope and like from the chum bucket, and he like was so angry that he turns around and he goes.
He's so doing punches of anger.
And then it's like, and then Karen's like, "What is wrong with you? Chill the fuck out."
But those are just funny moments. But I feel like the funniest moment of SpongeBob is the episode where they got the balloons.
Bro.
Balloons when they got the balloons and they thought they stole it and they ran away. And Patrick ate the chocolate.
No, I'm gonna starve. No, I'm gonna starve.
Like,
and they just
he literally ate it. He ate it, and then he was like, "SpongeBob, you ate it." He was like, "Patrick, you just ate that shit.
It's on your face."
He was like, "No, it's not."
I think about that, and it's so vivid to me. And the funniest thing to me is like Winston just said it when they pan down. It's like
veiny. It's like a blob.
It's like it's veiny and gelatinous, and it's just
so
disgusting. This dude says, "You've eaten my only food,
And now I'm gonna starve." Oh man!
No, that
ate the last chocolate bar.
No, that also reminds me of what's it called, the Magic Conch, which is like.
Can I have some food? No. Can I please have some food? No. Can I please have some food? No. Can I please have some food? Ask later.
No.
Yeah.
That's actually that was a genius line.
Yeah, it was.
They were like, can't you say anything but no? Try asking again. Can I have something to eat? No.
Try asking again.
That's crazy to me.
That episode was hilarious. Also the one where they were like, we have imagination, so like they kept doing stuff. And Squidward was like, it's just a box. It's just a box.
Remember when they started like they carried him off in like in a trash can, in like a trash and a dump truck later at the end of the episode, and SpongeBob was just ignoring him. He's like, look at it, he finally mastered it, and I was like, no, he didn't. Go save him.
He's at the dump alone. There's no way of getting home.
I'm sorry. Some of the Squidward centric episodes were just so funny. Like when he went to the future.
Yeah. That's pretty wild, man.
I will say this though. Problem that I have with SpongeBob is there was a couple of episodes that were really dark and they involved Squidward, and they strayed away from it before recently. But Squidward used to be like this punching bag, and they used to be terrible. Like they used to make Squidward like this. They used to fucking. There was an episode, I forget what it was, but I think it was like SpongeBob like ruined Squidward's life or something like that, and like they ruined his sanity. And they had like innuendos of him trying to kill himself, but it was really just him doing like household chores. So there was like an incident where like he was pulling a noose, like he was pulling like a rope, like he was gonna pull a noose, and he was just pulling a bird cage up. Or he opened the oven and it was like really high, I guess, and like smoke pops out and he like reaches like his whole half of his body into it for like a couple of seconds, and it pulls out a cake or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like. That's terrible.
Yeah, those animators knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they did. But they was like, Squidward, but they would punish Squidward for like all kind of stuff, and like Squidward literally did nothing in those episodes to like warrant being like treated like that. And it was just really, it was like really upsetting.
SpongeBob was insane, and Mr. Krabs was a cheapskate beyond belief. And I'd hate to have like those be my only two coworkers every day.
I won't lie though, the funniest episode is the Krusty Krab training video. Because it makes no sense to be that funny.
Oh my god.
They made a trap version. They made a trap version.
Is that the one where they end up throwing the brick at the small child?
Yes. Listen, that child died.
Yeah,
you don't throw bricks at people and they're okay.
That brick was the size of his torso. Right. That hit him in the head.
All he did was interrupt you a few times and you think death is okay?
Yeah.
Death is the only option.
He kept doing it and there was nothing else. He was just standing there. Hoopla! Hoopla!
Shit.
Right.
Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a little Krabby Patty, right?
Oh my God.
Wrong!
I think I know what we're watching when we get off of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
one of those things.
why don't we move on, because I feel as if we had a lot of fun, I have to say.
Yeah.
This podcast has been really fun. I think that we can keep going though. But there are some things that I did want to kind of work on. We have a segment called Ask the Cask, and we talk about Reddit stuff. We have some questions. We have some stuff that we're going to make quick discussion of, and I think that we're going to talk about at least one question. I had one in particular that I was interested in asking, and this one is so if you guys are ready, what is one thing that you realized as an adult turned out to be completely different, or actually I read that wrong. What is something you only realize when you turn into an adult? Like, what is something that as an adult, it just like pops into your head? I got one that I feel as if I'll go first real quick because I'll explain it. I realize how expensive things are now that I'm an adult. Has anybody ever tried to go just buy like a couple items for the house? It rings up to $50 sometimes, and it'll just be like,
when it's $10. I'm like, why is this $10?
Yeah,
it's literally just spaghetti.
Free. This was free when I was a kid. This is ridiculous. It's just like,
when was
your parents bought it, man.
When was the last time you bought a rug?
Rugs are expensive for no reason.
Rugs are super expensive. I'm like, this is a big
they have thread count and pliability and
that's so do
stuff.
sheets, and sheets are cheap.
Right.
I don't know about that, but whatever you say, man. I think so, but I do think that there are different things that like certainly like that's one thing that I think like the cost of living is just absorb it, especially in our where we live, how we live. Anybody else?
I'll probably have to say, cooking. I mean, like when you were a kid, you don't really think much of cooking. You just think, oh, they got some pre-made stuff already, or you got them chicken tenders. You just simply throw that into the fryer and be done with it. And your parents cook all the good, healthy stuff, but now that you're living out on your own, it's like, well, I got to cook some stuff, and I'm kind of dying in this pre-made stuff. I got to go make my stuff from scratch.
That's another thing I will say. I think that like definitely living, like being an adult, you lose like your body is just like, I can't take chicken tenders anymore. You gotta cut that out, or we're dying.
You know what? The we got that at home mentality is something that
you really got.
It's just like in your heart of hearts, you just have to think. Like there was a time where I got off of work and I'm like, do I have leftovers or do I have to buy food? And I literally got all the way home and I looked. I'm like, thank God somebody cooked. Thank God, because if I had to spend money, I would maybe cry.
It's kind of sad.
It's
true though.
I think one thing that like I realized as an adult and I was super disappointed about was like the whole light on in the car shit. That was so stupid. Like I really thought like it was super illegal, and if I ever got caught, I was gonna get stopped by the police.
Who started that?
I think it was because it's parents. Because when you have your light on, it's hard to see out of your back window
this is
or whatever. So it's just a visual problem. But it's not illegal. There's no law against having your light on. That's why there are lights in cars. You can turn on that light whatever you want, but it visually impairs you. And I think it's just like the Tooth Fairy or whatever. They just lie to you just to like make those things, like you do something. And in this case, it was for safety. So
yeah, like you said,
that was disappointing.
So you get too close to TV, you ruin your eyes.
Yeah.
When it's really just get out the way. You're being rude.
No, that'll ruin your eyes.
No, it does not.
If you're too close to something...
Gawain wears glasses.
I was about to say, no, it does, because you're trying to focus on something that's super close, and that'll mess up your eyes long term.
Okay, yes, I'll say that, but they make it sound like you get too close to your eyes, will ruin it that instant.
Well, yeah, it's not that instant, but you're a kid that likes to watch TV a lot, so
yeah, but I mean, if you're a kid and someone tells you that as a kid, you're thinking, oh snap, if I do it one more time, I'm booked. No,
well, yeah,
but then like reality is more long term in general. But
yeah.
I mean, the way they made it sound like it's a one hit and that's it. Like you're done. That's a wrap.
I mean, I think it's just like we said with the light. I think it's just to scare you to not do it.
Yeah.
In general.
How about getting lost in in a city that you don't know anything about? Like you might be passing through a place and you just get lost.
Oh,
that's terrible.
No, that reminds me of getting lost in grocery stores and then them having to like call you on the PA. I can't find my mom, and it's just like it's not that.
Did your mom leave you, man? Liz,
no, I'm just saying.
Never had that happen to me.
No, you've never had them call your parents on the PA? Really?
No,
but you've heard that happen in grocery stores when you're in there.
I never had that. I've never had weird things happen to me or anybody around when I was in a grocery store. Probably the weirdest thing that's ever happened in a grocery store as recently was like they were trying to say that like for $2 at Walmart you could have you can get fresh nachos or hot dogs at the front. And like the lady sounded like she was having a seizure, and I was just like, "What is going? What are they talking about? Something about hot dogs?" And we get there, and it's like a bunch of old geriatric ladies with like hot dogs and nacho cheese, no chips in sight or buns in sight for that matter.
They just had cheese and hot dogs, dip the hot dogs in nacho cheese, and walk out with the hot dogs.
Just
right,
licking, not even eating it, licking it, anything, just walking with it. Like, where'd you get that? I don't know.
They handed it to me before I left.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like me being a kid or anything like that, because I would spot like cheaper ones for my parents, but like gas prices, like why can't
gas be like 12 cents? There's no reason for it to be.
I have to spend $40 to fill my tank
Every 2 weeks, yeah.
I'm on the go.
So
all
like
the
every
time.
week?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, I carry E for a long time.
Dang.
He is my best friend.
Yeah, it is true. Oh my goodness. We have had quite the adventure, haven't we, guys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think so.
And I think that this has been a pretty good inaugural episode of the podcast. I thank you all for tuning in and watching the podcast. Does anybody have any final words before we close off the podcast?
Ravioli.
And this is why we were at you about the pasta.
What? No, see, now you make me...
Mm-hmm. What?
I quit the team. I'm not on the Avengers anymore.
He has an addiction, yo. I promise.
I'm waving.
Yeah, good night, y'all.
All right, see you guys later. Ultra Prism out.